Hey everyone, it's Amber and today I'm going to be going over my July TBR for 2019. In July, there are two readathons that I'm participating in. I'm doing the Book Junkie Trials, which is a full month-long like quest style readathon, and I already put up my TBR for that. So I can link that for you guys down below if I remember to do that, because I'm always very bad at remembering to do that. Also, I'm doing the Reading Rush, which was formerly known as the Booktubeathon, which I've done for the past like 5 years. So I'm very excited to do that. So I'm gonna go through my TBR again, kind of for the Book Junkie Trials, but just really quickly to just show you the books. And then I'm gonna talk about my Reading Rush TBR and also the other books that I want to read throughout the month. So this is going to be kind of a long video, so I'm going to just get into it. So the first book that I have on my TBR is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I already finished this book. I'm not going to say any of my thoughts on it right now other than it was so good. Like so good. So this one basically follows this world where basically humans have discovered how to stop death, and because of that, natural death doesn't happen anymore, so they need to employ these scythes to go and kill people. And the two main characters of the book are both apprentice to this scythe to learn how to be scythes, basically. It's very good. Really loved it. So I'm going to talk about it in my wrap-up, so I don't want to talk about it now, but that is the first book, and this was for the Book Junkie Trials. The next book that I will be reading this month is Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. This is another book for the Book Junkie Trials. I mentioned it in the TBR, but this one I already started. I'm about like 100 pages into it, but this is about an all-female pirate crew, basically, for the gist of it, but that is my next read. After that, I'm going to be picking up Stay Sweet by Savon Vivian. This one is about this like all-female ice cream shop. I sense a theme here, honestly, but I know that there's a lot of history behind it and stuff, and something happens with like a boy trying to work there or something like that, and I'm assuming that's the romance in the book, so I'm really excited about that, and I think it'll be nice to have a contemporary after I read a couple fantasy books, so I'm excited about this one. Then I'll be reading The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli. This one basically follows this world in which like dragons collect stories, basically, and the main character accidentally tells the dragon a story, and then she has to become like a dragon slayer, kind of, aka like a Namsara, and she's the last Namsara, and it just sounds really good. I've heard great things about it. I'm a little intimidated by it, but I'm also really excited to read it. So that is my next read. So I'm not gonna let you know what challenges I'm doing all these books for the Reading Rush, because I don't know yet, and I kind of planned it out, so these are the books that I planned, but I'm going to do a separate video on my TBR for that, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to go more in detail about stuff. I am planning on daily vlogging this year for the Reading Rush, so I've done that for the past couple years, and I'm definitely planning on doing it again. I'm just really scared, but I'm excited. So the next book that I'm planning on reading, possibly for the Reading Rush, is Starry Eyes by Jen Bennett. Jen Bennett wrote Alex Approximately, which is my favorite contemporary book ever. I love it so much. So I have high hopes for another book by her, but I'm also very scared. But I've heard great things about this. This is basically, I think they're exes and they go camping together and romance ensues, basically. So I'm excited about this. I go camping every summer, so I'm really excited to read a camping story because I've never actually read one. So this sounds really cute and really fun and very good, so I'm excited. The next one that I want to read is Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. I just picked this up from my bookstore because I've been wanting to read this ever since I read Daughter of the Pirate King, but I have not picked it up yet, and I couldn't find it on my library because I read the other one on my library, but I'm excited about this one. I actually think I have a review of it up on my channel, so I kind of honestly forget some of the book, but I remember parts of it, but I don't remember what is spoilery, so that's why I don't want to give you guys like a too in-depth summary of it, but I'm excited to read this one. The next one that I would like to read this month in July is The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is the sequel to Truly Devious, which I read last month, and I really enjoyed that book, so I definitely wanted to continue on, and I wanted to also continue before I forgot what happened. So that's why I would like to read this one. But if you didn't know, Truly Devious is basically like a murder mystery, and it's set in a boarding school, and it bounces back and forth between the 1930s and present day basically. So I'm excited to get back into the next one because the mystery spans over multiple books, so we still don't know the answers at the end of the book. So I'm excited to figure out more of the mystery and what's going on in this book. The next book that I would like to read is Rebel Spring by Morgan Rhodes. I've picked up this series a while ago and I just haven't continued yet. I downloaded the audiobook for this, so I really do want to finish it and then get on to the next book because I've heard really good things about this series and I'm in the mood for fantasy, so I'm just hoping that I will really enjoy it. But if you didn't know about this series, it's kind of described as like a teen YA Game of Thrones basically. So if that interests you, definitely go pick it up. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm excited to get into the next one. Speaking of fantasy series, another series that I have yet to continue the second book is the Demon King, the Seven Realms series by Cinda Williams Chima. So I want to read The Exiled Queen, which is the second book in that series. But this fantasy series is basically, it follows I think two different characters. One of them is a princess and one of them is a kind of outlaw, I think. And I'm just trying to remember what's not a spoiler, because I remember certain parts of this, but I don't remember the whole thing because I read it a little while ago. But I just need to look up a summary and then read the next book because I'm really enjoying the series. The last book on my TBR for this month in July is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This one I just got, I just ordered it, and it sounds really good. It's basically a fantasy book, obviously, about this girl that works in a library, and there are all these dormant kind of magical creatures, and magic is very hated and not allowed in this world. And somehow those creatures all get like let out, and she's blamed for it. So yeah, that's how the book takes off, I guess, and it sounds really good, and I really want to read it because it just sounds so good. Let's see if I can do this. So those are all the books that I want to read in July. There's quite a few of them, so I'm very excited. I hope I get to most of them, if not all of them, but I don't know. I read 6 books this month, and I think the most books I've ever read in a month is 8. And there are 10 books here, so we'll see if I can do it. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely let me know down below, and also by giving it a thumbs up. And you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos. But that is about it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!
Words that I say, downtown the lights out, but we choose to stay. I don't know where this may go. These strangers know all the words.